What is up, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy, coming to you live to talk about the upcoming overlay DFS slate featuring the Broncos and the Jets. So, they updated the board for this Thursday night game with a couple new picks. So, I wanted to go ahead and do an updated video of how the slate is looking. So, starting up top, we have Melvin Gordon versus Frank Gore. So, like I said in the earlier video, I like Frank Gore a lot more over Melvin Gordon because of that plus 10.5. That changes a lot on this slate, featuring the lead back of Melvin Gordon and Frank Gore. So even if Melvin Gordon does score a TD, that's still 3.5 points that you still have to catch up for. So I'm not on the Melvin Gordon side. I'm looking at Frank Gore more so than Melvin Gordon. Jared Jeudy versus Noah Fant. I'm liking Jared Jeudy. So I've dug in a little bit more on the Broncos receivers, and Jared Jeudy's playing a lot more snaps than Noah Fant is. Jeudy's getting a lot of targets. I think that he can just catch the garbage time, basically, touches. So I'm liking Jared Jeudy a lot more at that plus 2.5. Brett Ripon versus Sam Darnold. I'm still on the Sam Darnold train. I think he does a lot better than Brett Ripon. I think Brett Ripon's just going to have to do a lot of basically just passes in the backfield that are not going to be particularly well for him. I think with Jamison Crowder potentially back and healthy, ready to go, that Sam Darnold's going to hit him in the slot a lot more. KJ Hamler versus Tim Patrick. I'm liking the KJ Hamler side. I think that KJ Hamler is going to see a lot more targets than Patrick is. Hamler is going to line up as a 3 receiver. And just overall, I like KJ Hamler a lot. So the kickers, I'm not on either kicker. I think that Sam Finnegan may be just the better kicker out of the two, based on I think Darnold will be able to get a couple more TDs than McManus and be able to drive the ball down the field. But again, just be careful. Chris Hogan versus Braxton Berrios. So this is an interesting one to me because Jamison Crowder is back. So I don't know how the target's going to look for either guy with Chris Hogan or Braxton Berrios. But if I had to choose, I think that Braxton Berrios is the better guy out of the two. Royce Freeman versus Lamichael Perine. So with Phillip Lindsay now out, or not out, but like doubtful to play, I can see Royce Freeman getting a few more carries than Perine will. But Perine has done pretty well in the backfield in the pass catching option. So that's an interesting one to me. So I might take the Royce Freeman side, but be careful with it. And then last but not least, Chris Herndon versus Kellen Ballage. So Herndon's basically just a blocking tight end. He has not done well at all and not have seen many targets either. So I like Kellen Ballage a little bit more, but that's just another stay away. So for my podcast people, I like Frank Gore a lot more than Melvin Gordon. I like Jared Jeudy over Noah Fant. I'm loving Sam Darnold over Brett Ripon. KJ Hamler over Tim Patrick. And Finnegan over McManus. So that pretty much wraps it up, everybody. This is, again, the updated video, so I'm going to post this right away. And I hope everybody has a good and safe day. Have